The chief that eats in public is the chief that has no spiritual powers. Welcome to Appendix 6. Uh, Let me show it to you as usual. So, yes. Oh, God. Yes, let's go. Uh, Appendix 6, Comparative Chronology of the Early Years of Islam. Into brackets, C paras, comma, 11 and 8 of Appendix 5, which we did in the last episode, or which we completed in the last episode. Uh, the dates after the Hijrat, when given according to Arabian calendar, can usually be calculated exactly according to other calendars, but it is not possible to synchronize exactly the earlier dates of the Arabian calendar with the dates of the Christian calendar. And for two reasons, full stop. Uh, in the first place, there seems to have been some discrepancy between the calendars in Medina and in Mecca. and in Mecca. In the second place, the Arabian calendar was roughly unisolar. Sorry, it was roughly lunisolar, not unisolar. It was roughly lunisolar dash comma before the years of farewell pilgrimage into brackets Zulhijrah 10 H equals mathematical sense equals March 632 brackets close. The pagan Arabs were in the habit of counting months by the appearance of the moon, but, irregularly uh, intercalating a month once in about 3 years to bring the calendar up into conformity with the seasons. Please let's underline the word irregularly with the seasons. Full stop. They did not do it on any astronomical calculations or on any system, but just as it suited their own selfish purposes. Thus, thus when no, thus often upsetting all the old established conventions about the months of peace and security from war, and thus getting an unfair advantage for the clique in power in Mecca over in Mecca. It's supposed to be Mecca in Mecca over their enemies. The bracket C my N. So that's the writer. C my N note 1295 to chapter 9 sign 30 IX 30 brackets close. Unless exact mathematical calculations are applied and reduced to a well-established system, hyphenated, well-established, hyphenated, well-established system, there is apt to be confusion. And this can well be taken advantage of by arbitrary cliques in power. Full stop. After the Holy Prophet's adoption of the purely lunar calendar for ecclesiastical purposes, there is no confusion. Full stop. Every date after AH10 is exactly convertible into a corresponding date in any other accurate calendar. Full stop. With Steinfeld's and other comparative tables of Muslim and Christian dates may therefore be relied upon for dates after AH10. So before AH10, the calendars were not all that reliable. After AH10, but much caution is necessary in synchronization for earlier dates. Full stop. Paragraph. Uh, do I spell? Where is the word? Stanfield. Yeah, Winstanfield. Stanfield. I think it's German word. Capital W. No, capital. Capital W. U lengthened Stenfeld. Wistanfeld. Then apostrophe S. Wistanfelds. All right, synchronized for earlier dates. Paragraph. Maulana Shibli in the Surat un Anab, Surah to Nabi, volume 1, page 124, edition of 1336H, in brackets 1918C, brackets close, adopts for Prophet's birthday the date 20th April 571, following Mahmud Pasha, full stop. They go on the basis of an astronomical event, the total eclipse of the sun that was visible to Mecca on the day that the prophet's son, Ibrahim, was taken to the mercy of God, full stop. There is no agreement among the authorities as to the exact date earlier by the Christian or by the exact date, either not earlier, by the exact date, either by the Christian or Arabian calendar, full stop. Shibli, following Mahmud Pasha, takes the date of the eclipse to be the 7th November 632. Full stop. Muir is spelled capital M-U-I-R. Muir, into brackets, life at 1927, page 429. Of course, Muir is a writer, and that's his writing quoted in brackets. Muir, life at ed. Life, I think that's edition, pardon me. Life, edition 923, page 429, brackets, assumes some date in June or July 631. Full stop. El-Kainati, El-Kainati, into brackets, Chronographia Islamica, AH10, brackets close. Kainati is spelled capital C-A-E-T-A-N-I. In case I don't call it well, some people may say Seinati. So El-Kainati gives the date of the eclipse as 4th or 5th July 631, which he synchronizes with the 28th or 29th of Rabi Awal, AH10. But he quotes authorities for the death of Ibrahim as on the 16th June 631, synchronizing it with the 10th of Rabbi 1, AH10, full stop. There is something wrong here, as the death and the eclipse occurred on the same day, full stop. Wakili gives the month of Rabi 1, Rabi 1 AH. I think that's Rabi Awal. Rabi 1 AH 10, and Ibrahim and give Ibrahim a life of 15 months. Oh, he died so young. So there's no agreement as to whether 15 months or more. As a life of 15 months, full stop. But in Abu Dawood and Haki, but if Abu Dawood and Haki are correct, Ibrahim lived only 2 months and 10 days. And as his date of birth is given in Zulhijrah AH 8, the date of death according to these authorities would be in Rabi 1 AH 9, full stop. On a review of all the authorities, I feel inclined to accept the date for the eclipse and the death of Ibrahim as 28th or 29th of Rabi 1 AH 10 equals mathematical sign equals 4th or 5th July 631 equals 4th or 6th July 631. But this cannot be asserted with certainty. No, where is it? Yes, but this cannot be asserted with certainty, full stop. Then, in brackets, the French work of reference, comma, l'art de vérifier les dates, l'art de vérifier les dates is in French. Paris, 1818, volume 1, page 310. Into brackets, volume 1, page 310. Gives the dates of the solar eclipse as the 3rd of August, 631, 2:30 p.m. 2-30 p.m. Brackets close, comma. Yes, gives the date of the solar eclipse as the 3rd of August, 6:30, 2:30 p.m. Pardon me, it's a repetition. Gives the date of the solar eclipse as 3rd August. Oh, pardon me, it's another repetition. Gives the date of the solar eclipse as the 3rd of August, 2:30 p.m. And according to the system adopted in this book, the corresponding Hijrah date would be the 20th Rabi AH 10. Full stop. Paragraph. Even if this particular date was certain and exact, comma, a certain amount of uncertainty remains in counting dates backwards. Full stop. Most authorities assume purely lunar year of 354 days, lunar year of 354 days for working backwards. I think that's when we consider the moons, the dates of the lunar calendar, as working backwards. Let me repeat it. Most authorities assume purely lunar year of 354 days for working backwards, full stop. Probably the Muslims in Medina counted in this way even before the lunar year was fixed exactly in AH 10, full stop. But the mass of pagan Arabs in Mecca and elsewhere probably were all the time intercalating a month roughly once in 3 years, mm, as has been all the time. No, no, I'll take it again. I've missed the line. But the mass of pagan Arabs in Mecca and elsewhere probably were all the time intercalating a month roughly once in 3 years, as has been stated before, comma, until their power was utterly destroyed by the conquest of Mecca, semicolon. And therefore, precise exactitude in the pre-conquest date, pre-conquest is hyphenated, in the pre-conquest date, or in the counting of people's ages in years before 8 to 10 AH, full stop, AH, before the people's age in years before 8 to 10 AH is unattainable, pardon me. See a note on the subject of Margolius' life of the prophet. Mm. So you see, the prophet is a very important personality in history. Mm. And his life, an account of his life has been given by Margolionet, probably French, of the life of the prophet, into brackets, page 19 of third edition, and the Muir's life, and in Muir's life, page 10 of 1923 editions. So Magulioth and Muir, Mueir, capital M, were both writers. And of course, there are books they have written on the prophet. As brackets close, full stop, paragraph. The date of the actual Hijrah as given in Kaitani may be accepted as September to October 20, September to October 622, being in the month of Rabi 1, full stop. If the ninth of that month is accepted as the date of departure from the cave of Taur, Taur is spelled capital Theur, TH combined because there is an line between them. From the cave of Taur, the best synchronized date would be 22nd September 622 C, 622 C, full stop. But as the first month of the Arab year was and is, Muharram, the Hijrah year first is the Hijrah year 1 is counted as beginning on 15th or 16th July 622, into brackets, equals dash, two signs, equals like mathematical sign, into brackets, equals 1 Muharram AH1, brackets close, full stop. The formal adoption of the Hijrah are the formal adoption of the Hijrah, not is error. The formal adoption of the Hijrah era in official documents date from Hilafat of Hadrat, then double inverted commas, Hilafat of Hadrat, Umar, dash, from the year 17 to 18 H, according to Tabari, full stop. Paragraph, last paragraph. Sir Wolseley Hicks, comparative tables. So where this is another writer, Sir Wolseley is spelled capital WOLSELEY, Seley, Hig, Haig, then apostrophe S. So, Sir Wolsey's comparative tables of Muhammadan and Christian dates, into brackets, London, comma, Lusac, 1932, brackets close. London, Lusac, 1932 is in brackets, and brackets close, comma, gives in a handy form three comparative tables which enable which enable the synchronization of Hijrat years from AH1 to AH1421, full stop. Uh, the main table for these years was printed earlier at the end of S. Hayim's new at the end of S. Hayim's New English Persian Dictionary. S. Hayim is another writer, and his book is New English Persian hyphenated English Persian Dictionary, comma, Tehran, the Tehran that we know today, Tehran, comma, 1921, full stop. The exact title of Wustenfeld's German tables is Wustenfeld Mahler. Mahler spelled Mahler. Wustenfeld Mahler, comma, Verlechschuk's Tabulaire. That's not English. Ver Verglechuk's Tabulaire. Verglechuk's is spelled capital VERGLEICHUNGS, then dash. Tablen. Tablen. TBELLEN. Verglechuk's Tablan. Comma, Le Pris. Le, Le, Leipzig. Leipzig, 1926. Into brackets, second edition. Leipzig, 1926, second edition. Leipzig is spelled capital Leipzig, Leipzig, 1926, second edition. These books are there in some archives around the world. I've since not been able to get one to read, and I know people are getting them to read. And that brings us to the end of Appendix 6. And so we shall break here. When we come back in our next episode, God willing, we should go to Luqman. And Luqman begins, as usual, with introduction to Surah Al-Luqman 31. God willing. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.